Mm.
She keeps struggling to get on, which I'm sure is the same thing.
Are you talking about Leslie? She's working on getting on.
Yeah, I just sent her the link. I think she's got some sort of an issue with pulling up a bad link.
Yesterday in my calendar. She changed it. She's going on her iPad to get on.
Ah, well,
Yeah.
good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Hey,
Heather.
I am
Yeah.
awesome. Ooh, we have Valerie coming on this morning. Look at Maria's awesome picture. I see you're connecting. Good morning, Lindsay.
Morning.
Awesome to see everyone today. It's Thursday. Yay.
Hey, a couple days on the weekend. It feels like the fourth Friday this week.
There you go. Well, you know what this weekend is?
Spring ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. We are springing ahead, which is awesome. Okay, we are going to get started and
We'll let you in.
Okay.
Why is it taking forever for Valerie to get in?
she might just be having a connecting issue.
Yeah.
Good morning. Maria
Good
here.
morning.
Good morning. Okay. Valerie, Ramon. All right, we are going to get started and then I'll let you continue on admitting people, Rebecca,
Okay,
while I share my screen.
you got it.
All right, I thought this would be really awesome to share for our motivation this morning. Because, you know, I love John Maxwell. In an inspirational morning, we'll start with him.
We can't hear him.
Yeah, I'm going to turn up this volume. Y'all hear him better now?
No, we can't hear him at all. Sound from your computer's not coming through.
I think because we messed it earlier. One moment. Gosh, Rebecca, I feel like you on Monday.
I know.
All right, let's try this. How's that?
Nope.
Value to them.
Yes.
There you go.
Okay,
Get better. That's what I do.
let's go back a little bit.
We lost him.
You don't have him anymore?
Nope.
No. All right. Well, while Danielle's trying to figure that out, you guys, from yesterday's call.
Next, let's review the 16 standards of practice, or as they are often.
Sorry. I clicked next and there was audio to it. Nothing else has had audio in the whole thing.
Right. Thanks. Thanks for.
A lot of, it doesn't even take a lot of effort.
Doesn't take a lot of effort. We heard that.
Yeah, but we're not hearing much else.
Right. Because I don't think it's setting up through the computer audio that we're hearing it.
So those of you that are on while we're waiting to see if this comes through, you had goals of making 15 and 20 contacts yesterday. Who hit their goals? Tell me something good.
I did 15, like I said.
Yay! Congrats, Tatiana.
Thank
Who
you.
else?
Can you see me? Is my camera on? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, I see myself. Okay, it's working. Okay. Trying to drive. Thank you.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and so you can't hear my audio today. I'm going to tell you what John Maxwell intended to say to us today, and we'll play it again at another time. So this is about developing yourself and kind of coming from a place to where, have you ever said to yourself, I have the best of intentions, and then you don't, and it doesn't happen, and you go, well, I meant to do that. I intended to do that. Has any of y'all been in that state before? And then at the end of the day, your intentions didn't come through? Yeah. Yeah. So then, yeah, we're all kind of being at fault at one time or another. And when we have to think about intentions, it means that we have to make a decision to put action, right? And actions is what intends it. So you have to decide, am I going to do this? And it's a decision that we make with intensity, right? So because if we don't make action parallel with our intentions doesn't mean anything, does it? So it's when we put actions to our intentions. So today, what I'm going to challenge you is every time you say, I intend to do something, I want you to immediately go, what is the action I'm going to take right now? Right this moment, what action am I going to take? Because without action, your intentions don't mean anything, right? So it's all about the action. And earlier this week, when John Maxwell shared about momentum, what did he say about momentum? Momentum is action, right? So we're always looking for something motivating, and it's when we actually start working on what we're doing, we find that motivation. So it's kind of all coming together when we say, I intend to do something. What is the action you decide to do this moment? And now you're going to feel the motivation throughout your day. So remember, whenever you say intention, immediately say, what is my action? Then go into your action so you can feel motivated to start your day in the way that you intend to do. Okay. And sorry about the technical difficulties. It rubbed off on me this morning, but let's go moving. And what do y'all hear from that, what I talked about today?
Pick up the phone.
I'm sorry?
Pick up the phone. Start making the calls. Send the group text. I have to say, I heard it today and I felt so stupid for not doing it yesterday. It was National Women's Day and I did not send a text message to people and go, Happy Women's Day. I'm so excited to be in business with you and to have you as a great partner in this. And I missed opportunity. So I will send it today and say, sorry about the delay. I was too busy making business happen. Let's make it happen together today.
Absolutely. Good for
So
you.
I'm like, well, mine's going to come with an oops, I'm a day late, but hey, then I won't be mixed up in the mix of all the people who sent it, right?
What, like they say, better late than never, Heather. So
Absolutely. Action over intentions, right? So it's better to have instead of saying I intended to do it yesterday, say, yep, I did it today. So I don't think any woman around would be upset that you say happy Women's Day to them. Absolutely.
I want to add to that.
Yeah. Tammy?
So I just want to say, I know for me it was slow going, but things are starting to really bloom. And it's from participating in activities. Like I joined a lot of clubs. It's taken a couple years to get that going, but wow is all I can say.
Yeah, that's awesome. Good for you. Has anyone else want to share? Why don't you put something in the chat of something that you feel like you intend to do? Instead, you're going to put action to it. What is the one thing that you intend to do today that you're going to put action? What is that action going to be? Share it with us in the chat. And then Rebecca can read them. So please share the one action you will do today. And while we're doing that, we want to talk about business, some upcoming events that we are having. So the first one is Business by the Book. And while we are talking about Business by the Book, I will share the link on the chat for you. So Business by the Book is coming this month.
This meeting is being recorded.
Yes, it is. Awesome. Okay, so this, I guess I'm hearing some feedback, right? So this is by the book that happened to implement. Someone can mute for us, please. This course is obviously for anyone who's looking to implement the systems and to have focus to achieve their goal. Let me ask you, who is ready to hit their goals this year? Put in the chat room, yes, if you will be hitting your goals this year. Now then, of those who are hitting your, awesome, I love that. And let me ask you, is there a system that can help you get to your goals this year? Is there one additional tool that you think that you can add to your business to grow this year? Put in the chat room, yes.
Danielle, let me go back for the intent for today. Heather is going to send 40 National Women's Day texts. Leslie Brown is going to work on her books. Tammy
Awesome.
is going to keep training. Lindsay is going to focus on social media posts and keep training. And so far, everyone wants to hit their goals.
Awesome. Well, that's great. So Business by the Book is going to help you do just that, everyone. Here is an amazing training. We have superstar rock star Jackie Ellis from Miami coming up to us to spend all day with you guys and pour into each and every one of you to help you reach your goals this year. How exciting is that, that our OP, Brian, has really gifted us with this opportunity by investing in you and your businesses by bringing her to us. So we are super excited about this. Now then, let me ask you a question.
Sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead,
Go
Danielle.
ahead, absolutely.
No, I was just going to ask who here would like to hit their goals in less time and make more money? Either raise your hand, put it in the chat.
Awesome.
All right. Then I think this is the course you need to be in, both of these courses that we're talking about today.
Yeah. Now then, I want you to put in the chat for me, how many people, how many agents have you had conversations with in the last 30 days? Let's share in the chat room, the last 30 days, how many agents have you had conversations with?
Agents in other brokerages or agents altogether?
Outside of KW, I'm sorry, thank you. Outside of KW, how many conversations have you had with other agents? Okay, can you just give me a second?
Amber, you have some goals.
Can I say something?
Yes, Kathy.
I actually,
I'm
I'll
driving,
take that
so I
back.
can't.
Sorry,
Go ahead,
Kathy.
Tatiana.
Okay, I'm driving, so I can't type. I have a question. For example, I get a ton of calls to invite me to their brokerages, right? And I'm thinking it would be nice to have a script. How can I invite them to mine since they're calling me?
Yes, and that's exactly what we're getting into. That is, you are going down the lane. That is amazing. Yeah. So what we're going to say, all the people who you've talked to, we have an amazing opportunity for them to also reach their goals this year, right? So how awesome would it be for you to invite one of those people who you've talked to in the last 30 days outside of KW as well to Business by the Book? Right? So I put the link in the link chat. Now, may I ask a commitment from all of you today? May I ask that as you think of those people who called you, like you said, Tatiana, or co-ops that you've worked with in the past 30 days, for you to invite a minimum of 2, for you to call and reach out to 2 people today and invite them to Business by the Book, and text Rebecca or myself when you do. Put in the chat for me if I can have a commitment from you for you to share this meeting with 2 people today who you've talked to, and then text Rebecca or I that after you've done that. Tammy, awesome. Yeah, thank you.
And understand that Business by the Book will go deep into how the models will let you be more strategic and lead to more profits and less time. So by inviting a couple co-brokes on the outside, we're helping change their lives as well, right? And that's who we are in our culture, is caring and sharing. And so let's wrap our arms around our friends out in the community and help them achieve more profit in less time.
Absolutely. And right before we get into our scripts and role play, I also want to share, we are also doing Bold, and all of you had the pleasure of meeting Kara yesterday. So put in the chat room if y'all had an opportunity to meet Kara yesterday. Yeah, oh yeah, I see raised hands and said, I love that. So she will be our Bold instructor. And so I put in the chat the link for first step and second step for you. How many of you are intending or have already signed up for full Bold? Amir, awesome. Awesome.
Today I'm signing up.
Today you're signing up. That is awesome. Who else will be
You
signing
better,
up?
you better, Heather.
Right? Summer signed up. I want to comment to what Brian had said, that we're an experiential company. The events do the heavy lifting. So tell other agent, it tells other agents who we're about. So I had an appointment earlier this week with a Coldwell Banker agent. I invited him to Bold. He's very happy at Coldwell Banker. I actually invited him yesterday to Caramel's class, and he didn't commit. He just showed up though. And when he left, he was like, oh my gosh, the energy, the conversation. He goes, I feel like people over at Coldwell just dressed nice and showed up to the office, but they're not engaging. He goes, I might be more open now to making a transition. So it truly is experiential. You can't explain the energy. You have to feel it. You can't explain the value. You have to see it and receive it, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, so don't forget, we do have Bold coming up, and I want to see everyone here sign up for Bold, guys. This Bold, last October in Bold, when we had a Bold, with picture, we just came out of Hurricane Ian, right? From the people who graduated Bold, their businesses increased over $11,000 more than anyone else in the office by taking Bold in after the first 4 months. Their GCI increased by over $11,000. So if you look at that in just 4 months of Bold, you put that into 12 months, that's over $34,000 of an increase in their GCI. Think
What would you
about,
do with an extra $34,000?
yeah, what can you do with an extra $34,000 this year, right? And we are offering a really great incentive. Bold is $7.99. And then yet on the initial it's $7.99, but we are investing in you where we're going to give you back your full Bold registration over the first 4 transactions. So technically, Bold is free. So I really, really want you guys to, I really want you guys to sign up for Bold. Okay, it is going to be a life-changing experience for all of us. And it'll be really great because we're doing this with 3 other market centers to be able to network with each other.
You know, and Bold is another opportunity to invite your friends out there. It's life-changing. It's, you know, it's a conditioning course that will help them systematize their business, grow their business, and put models in place. And Amr was with Keller Williams. He left. And we brought him to Bold. We poured into him, and it caused him to return. Valerie as well. We invited her to Bold, and it was experiential for her. I'm not sure who else on here. Brian had mentioned he was recruited to the company because he was invited to an event. So it truly is experiential. I joined Keller Williams because I went and visited a couple offices. There weren't any events going on, but there were classes, and I felt the energy. So just know that we're giving you a lot of opportunities not to pour into you, but also to pour into others. And then in return, you help others achieve what they want, you'll get what you want, meaning passive income, profit share, more market share, more signs in yards. It's a win-win all the way around.
Absolutely. All right, so we're going to move into our scripts. Now then, yesterday, Rebecca had mentioned that we were going to do a Ford script today. So we're going to practice a Ford script. And then I have Leslie and Heather that will do a role play today for it. So we're going to share the screen. But before we get started on Ford, can anyone tell me what does Ford stand for when you're talking outside of a car when we're talking about having conversation and getting re-engaged with our database?
Family,
Wait, hold on.
occupation, recreation, dreams.
I can't get through
Right.
here.
So I'm gonna put it in the chat for you. It's family.
Occupation,
I can't type that fast. Family, occupation.
recreation,
Awesome.
and dreams.
And
I
Brett,
am
you had
signing
asked
up for Bold
yesterday
right now.
the Spirit conversation, so this is a great spirit conversation for you, Brett, and everybody.
So when are opportunities that you would use put in the chat room, and when you would use the forward script when talking to people? What are some opportunities in which you can use that?
Anytime I call.
Anytime you love that. Absolutely. What we're gonna
'Cause I
do,
never know what to say.
and this is really good leading you into some really great conversation. So I'm gonna share my screen. All right. And so this is our conversations that we are going to use today. And then Heather and Leslie are going to role play for us. Okay.
That's
So
small, but all right. I got it.
can you see it?
Yeah, I had to fix my screen.
Okay.
Whoops. I was signing up for Bold.
Heather, are you the agent and I'll be your respondent?
6 of one, half dozen of the other.
You go.
Okay. Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hi. This is Heather George. How are you doing today? Do you have a moment?
Oh,
It's been
hi.
a while. Wait,
Oh, it's
sorry.
been a while. Yeah, I have just a minute. What's up?
Awesome. So how's the family?
Oh, everybody's doing really well. Livy's growing like a weed.
How old is Livy now?
She's 17 months.
Wow, 17 months. That's getting big. She must be getting around and getting into a whole lot of things at this point. Everything I'm sure is
Yeah.
baby
She's still kind of a Klingon. She's a Klingon.
proof. For sure. So where are you working these days?
Well, you know, our building was damaged badly, so we have our whole team working in the house. In my
Oh,
house.
that must be challenging, especially having Livy over there.
Oh, that's a lot of fun. Yep.
For sure. She brings some joy to work. Absolutely. So what have you been doing in your free time? You have big plans for this summer?
Well, I don't have any for this summer, but I'm going on a cruise next week.
That's amazing. Where are you headed?
We're going to Belize and Guatemala, I think, and some private island, and it's a vegan cruise.
Wow, I didn't even know they had vegan cruises. That's really cool. That's definitely going to change up the food options there for you. It must be challenging when you travel.
No, we have no problem. We find something anywhere we go. You know, French fries are vegan.
You must see a lot of French fries. That's an interesting challenge. Did you ever pursue that dream? That's not a question that I ever ask. I always ask, so now that you're talking about cruising, when's that next cruise planned for you?
Well, honestly, I haven't been on a cruise for many, many years, and I probably wouldn't go on one unless it was something like this. Because, you know, we prefer to go to a campground or somewhere where we can hike and go birding and things like that, kayaking. So it probably won't be another cruise for a very long time.
Oh, I understand that completely. Well, hopefully you guys can figure out something fun and find some camping to do somewhere, probably out of Florida with our big old mosquitoes.
We'll get around.
Absolutely. So I've been busy growing my real estate business and working with amazing clients like you. So I wanted to share that I have a personal goal to help 50 families this year getting into the home of their dreams.
Ooh.
So as you already know, okay, and now I have a phone call coming in, so the script is gone. Okay, sorry. As you know, I do whatever it takes to help people and to get that 5-star service. So can I count on you to help you reach my goal?
I don't know what I can do for you, Heather.
We'll have to look at the notes from yesterday because there were amazing conversations that were happened with our Bold coach from yesterday. So hold on, I got this. Okay, I have 5 pages of notes, so you have to give me a second. Nope, that's the other script. Okay, I will find it. Normally, I will have this already prepared.
Or you can just follow the script online.
All right. Fine.
Well,
Well, that's the real estate app. I don't want to go into the real estate app. I want to go more into you helping me reach my goal because that's my goal for this year.
Okay.
Okay, so you didn't give me a referral yet. That's still the neighborhood. All right, I guess I can follow it. So I'd like to share my free real estate app with you.
yes. I'll just say yes. Yes, you can count on me, Heather.
Absolutely. So who do you know right now that might be interested in buying or selling or investing? It's something I'm going to be doing this year. So who do you know that might have any of those goals in real estate this year?
Well, my neighbor was just walking his dog and he stopped by and asked me some questions. And I think he's probably thinking about.
That's wonderful. I'd love to contact your neighbor and to help your neighbor out in finding their real estate. So do you have your neighbor's phone number?
I don't, but I can get it.
That would be wonderful. So is this the neighbor to the right or to the left of your house? I'd love to put a postcard in the mail to them.
Yeah, it's the ones down at the end of the block on Spruce Street. And they have the shell driveway. That one.
Awesome. I would love to. So I'm going to put a postcard in the mail to them. And then if you can also see them again, walking your dogs, because you said you guys walk at the same time, then hopefully you can get their phone number and you can put us in a three-way text. Is that something that you could do?
Sure, I would do that. Yeah.
That sounds wonderful. And I would totally appreciate that because I love helping neighbors. So if you, and do me a favor. Okay. So, and do me a favor, please. If you hear of anyone else with real estate needs, would you keep me in mind?
Sure, of course. You're always top of my mind.
Wonderful. I love that. And I love being able to help you. And I'm so glad to hear about Livy. I love seeing all your pictures online. So thank you so much for your time and let me know if there's anything else that I can do for you.
Okay, great. I'll give you a call if I think of anything.
Wonderful. Have a great day. Thanks so much.
You too. See you soon.
So for the record, I call about events because I don't do that. I like to invite people to my events because that way at least my script is already prepared.
That's okay. Y'all did a good job. What did y'all hear from that? First of all, thank you guys for participating.
Heather needs to practice and not have her phone ring in the middle of trying to read a script on the computer.
Who here is making calls to their sphere or their database or just friends, people in general, using the board conversation?
Hey, chat.
I have a comment.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, we can see you eating your breakfast too, Rowan.
Yeah, I thought that was actually a really good script, middle. And the only thing that I would probably change is a little bit in the beginning. Because first, the caller's probably like, why is this person calling this random banter? But there's like some kind of opening line, like, hey, I'm just calling to, call my clients again and see how you guys are doing. Blah, blah, blah. At least they know, like, oh, that's why she's calling. It's kind of like get into the middle part, like asking questions at first. So I think something needs to be established in the beginning of what this call is about, But other than that, I think it was really good to follow up and make contact and stuff like that.
Yeah, I actually agree. And by the way, good job doing a role play because that's not easy. So you got a gold star just for stepping up and doing it. I have a goal helping 50 families make a move this year. The follow-up is you're in a network of people at church and at work and at school that I would love to be able to be connected with. So would you do me a favor if you hear of someone thinking of making a move, any of those locations, buying, selling, or investing, give me a call and let me know who they are and pass my card along. But be sure to call me so I can make sure that I can get to them so they don't settle for a weak agent and a weak moment.
Awesome. Would someone else like to role play on the board script? Anyone?
Come on, Ramon.
Everyone.
Ramon loves doing phone calls.
I'll do it if nobody else will. Come on, guys. Who wants to be my customer? Anybody want to be my customer?
I'll be your customer, Leslie.
Awesome.
Okay. Thanks, Maria. Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hi, Maria. It's Leslie Brown over here at Keller Williams. How are you doing today?
Oh, well, thank you, Leslie. How are you?
The script is gone. I'm great. I haven't seen you for a little while. I was just calling to check in and see how you're doing. How's your family?
The family's wonderful, and been spending a lot of time putting my house back together after Ian, but slowly but surely moving forward, which is very exciting.
Yeah, I know so many people that had so many damages, and I'm glad that you're able to get it back together. I want to talk to you about that again in a minute, but I also wanted to know how work was going. How's work going after the storm?
It's moving forward and doing really well. I'm so grateful that I get to connect and help so many people. I want to say with their real estate needs, but
Right.
I won't say that. So I'll just be a medical person. How's that?
Great. That's great. Awesome. I'm glad that's working out still well for you. How about the gym? You were going to the gym so religiously. Are you still doing that?
Well, I just recently returned because of, my world being a little bit upside down, sideways, and every way in between. Now I have a roof over my head here. I've got a lovely rental in Inglewood. And so I'm getting back to a lot of wonderful normalcy in my life. And the gym is one of those things, I'm happy to say.
Yeah. So since you're back to your new normal, do you have any future plans or any dreams that you're keeping in your mind that you're planning to pursue in the near future?
It's really interesting that you call, Leslie, because I honestly, because of the experience and the trauma that I experienced in my community, I'm not 100% sure. I had thought originally I would keep it for investment. However, I am contemplating actually selling my place. So I may be contacting you sometime in the future. So I'm just I'm considering it. I'm praying about it, asking for guidance. So I'll see. But so that's where I'm at.
Wow. Well, that makes me a little bit sad. I mean, you're such an asset to our community. I'd love for you to stay around here. I hope that you can figure out what's going to be best for you and your family. During this time after the storm, I've been busy growing my business, my real estate business, and working with great people like you. And I just wanted to share that I have a personal goal. Our team has a goal to help 150 families this year get into the home of their dreams. So as you know already, I do whatever it takes to help people. May I count on you to help me reach my goal?
Oh, absolutely. You were so helpful in helping me find my place, and I love it. So yeah, I will certainly keep you in mind in your team.
Okay, great. I know you have a big circle of friends. Can you think of anyone else who might be thinking of buying or selling or investing in real estate right now?
No, not off the top of my head. However, I'll give it some additional thought here when I have a little bit more time. I'm in between patients right now, so I can get back to you on that when I come up with somebody, if in fact that happens, or as I go through my days, when something arises, I will keep you top of mind.
Beautiful. So when that happens, when you think of someone, would you be able to text me or put us in a group text so that I can connect with that person as well?
Yes, I'll be able to do that.
Oh, that will be beautiful. Thank you so much. And let's see. Would you have time to get coffee soon?
I will get back with you, and I'll take a look at my calendar, and let's shoot for next week.
Okay.
And we can meet there in Dearborn, because I'm just right around the corner.
Perfect. I love cultured coffee. Well, let's get a text going together so we can stay in touch. Okay.
That sounds great.
All right, Maria, you take care. Good to talk to you
as well. Okay. Thanks, Leslie. Thanks for calling.
Have a wonderful day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Good job, guys. That was awesome. Bravo. Okay, so what are some things that you heard from there? Put it in the chat or unmute. What did you hear? What are some ahas during that? You
Well,
guys did a really great job.
Danielle, I wanted to share a couple things, if I could, from the first and from this one that I found really helpful for me. So Bold, the last time I took Bold the first and last time here with Hudson, and the role playing really, at first when I did it with the group of people, it was really uncomfortable and really awkward and nothing flowed. And it was remarkable to me just after just a few practices, how easily it flowed and felt organic and natural. The other thing I'll say is that what's real important for me initially, when I identify myself, to always say with Keller Williams, because that's a very from my perspective, that's a very non-threatening, natural way to keep real estate top of mind. Well, I'm calling on a personal level, of course, I'm calling on a business level. So to identify myself first and to make sure I include Keller Williams, I've accomplished both of those things, both the professional and the personal part, just by introducing myself.
Awesome. That's really good. Anyone else?
Me. Can I
Tatiana?
ask? So as I was listening to this conversation, I have a question. So the prospect, Maria, I think, mentioned that she is considering selling in the future, but then was it Heather? Heather was speaking?
Leslie.
Leslie didn't say anything. Hey, I'll follow up, and would you like to see like what's your home is worth today, or how would you like to proceed, or do you want me to follow up maybe on the home matter in a month and see how much it's worth, or how would you was it intentionally left out to come back later, like through the text message, or was it like forgotten to say? I'm just curious, how would you, if somebody mentions that they are considering in the future, do you offer them to like the knowledge of how much it's worth today?
Great question.
If I had following the script there, Tatiana, I would have just rolled.
Sorry, I'm on the phone. I
following
don't see the script.
I was just following the script.
Yeah, so then let's
Okay, I don't see the script.
Focus, but honestly, if that happened on a phone call or in person with someone, I'd totally be going, let me come over and visit with you about it.
Yep, set the appointment.
Okay.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Definitely set the appointment. Very good point. And these scripts, let's say if there is a conversation that happens, you know, in the future, and you have a script that you know that can lead you in a direction to set the appointment, I would say it would be okay to deviate from that. So that way we can all hear what you would say in real time, right? Because that would be really great for all of us to learn from. But very good point. What else did y'all observe and hear during the script practice or conversation role play?
Did anyone notice that I used neuro-linguistic programming on her?
I did from yesterday.
I said when instead of if, and I used the 3 down tones quite a few times. I learned that many years ago with Diana Kokoska, and when Faith was growing up, I used it on her, and she hated it. She said, "You're doing it again."
I love that, Leslie. I love that.
So if you go to Bold, you'll learn some more little nuggets from Kara, since she is a master coach on neurolinguistics. So that was really a huge aha to our agents yesterday that were in front of her. You know what else I observed, and I'll share, Rebecca, if you have something I would love to hear from you too, is for those of you who might be in a situation where someone in your database, someone who you call, has a heavy situation like the aftermath of a Hurricane Ian, right? You can easily go down a bunny trail, right? And just really get into the details of the situation. And I applaud Leslie for acknowledging it, sympathizing with it, and moving on and still talking about her goal. And so that kudos to you for doing that and really being in control of that conversation to where it didn't go off into a conversation that would not have been benefiting for either one of you. So good on that.
Yeah, good observation.
Absolutely. And yet it was acknowledged, right? I
Yeah,
mean, she didn't just brush it
absolutely.
off. I liked, and I know a lot of agents, what I hear over and over is they don't want to sound salesy, and that wasn't salesy. That was just, a friendly conversation asking about them. How are they doing? What's going on with your family? What's, going on? It was just smooth and conversational.
Yep.
And you uncovered some things through that. So asking a lot of questions uncovers opportunities.
So
Yeah.
I think that she had mentioned that she's in a rental, and if I knew that she was owning that other home, I think, and I would have asked if it was because of the hurricane that she was in the rental. And if so, if she needed any of my connections to be able to help recover, her home faster, to see, hey, you know that I'm super involved in the Chamber of Commerce and I have great connections and I can get you with recommended vendors. Is there anybody that I can connect you with that you're still struggling to get help for your home? Like, that's something that I had a lot of conversations about after the hurricane.
Great
Yes.
observation. Love that. It's always good to be able to connect your clients with your vendors too. That's a really, really good tip. And then we also have scripts if y'all are ever into wanting to role play on how to develop a vendor affiliate database. So that way you can have, when those conversations come up, you have that list. And so we can role play that in the future too. Okay, I know that we're getting downtime. Is there any last minute ahas that anyone would like to make?
Danielle, I'd just like to add this in, staying in contact with your database 4 times a year, do the database too specifically. If you think about this, of all the businesses that we all go to, we go to the doctor's office, the dentist, and the grocery store, and we go to the corner gas station. When was the last time any of them called and asked anything about you or your family? They don't. And this is what's so amazing about the real estate industry is we are truly partnerships in the community with the people in our database. And that makes us unique and that makes us stand out. So when we're making those calls, I want to encourage you that you are building your community, you're building the connections inside that community by just staying in contact with your database. And if that helps the weight of the phone, because sometimes I know when I was an agent, that first phone call, the receiver felt like it weighed about 100 pounds when you're picking it up. And then you make a call, you have a great conversation, and boom, like you want to do like another 100 dials. So just keep that in mind, because you staying in close contact with your database it's truly a unique part of our industry.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it's never too late to pick up the phone. I was in business for 9 years before I came to Keller Williams, and I didn't stay in touch. I didn't know the models to stay in touch with people. So it was not easy or fun. It was simple, yet not easy or fun in the beginning to pick up the phone and say, I haven't talked to you in 6 years. I so apologize. Not that I didn't think of you, and they say the same thing. I thought about you too, and I never picked up the phone. So great to hear from you. So, and then continue it. Get them on the quarterly call plan. Put them in the DTD2 schedule to do the database too.
Yep, absolutely. And then Rebecca shared the DTD2. Does anyone remember from earlier this week what who in our database what we're calling what 2 letters? I call these 2 letters when combined cha-ching. P&L, right? So it's your P&L. So this is your P. So we do P&L this week. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to encourage you for us to continue to win the day by staying in momentum, right? By action, going into your lead generation. Okay. And so when you go in your lead generation, I want to know, put in the chat for me, what is your commitment to how many conversations that you intend to have today? So put in that chat for me. I want to see, and we'll come back. Okay. And so think about who you're going to call, how many conversations. I would love to see that. Rebecca 20, love that. Okay. So how many conversations do y'all intend to have today?
And it's conversations, not dials. So I intend to have a 2-way conversation with 20 people today.
Awesome. Leslie said 5. Lindsay, I see you're unmuted. Do you have the goal today, or how many people you want to talk to?
Yes, I don't know. For some reason it just sent it to one person. Sorry, I was trying to do the chat. There we go.
Yeah.
I'll do 5 too. That sounds doable.
Awesome. Awesome. So that's 5. I love that. Okay, y'all. So we're going to end today. Thank you so much for coming. Remember, as soon as you hang up here, our action is going to pick up our phone, reach out, and 60 and continue 60 today. So thank you guys for coming. We'll see you tomorrow. Rebecca, do you have anything left?
Thank you.
Yep, nope, 9
Thank
to
you.
11, bunker down, and just remember, to sweep for landmines, right? So bunker down, find a place where you're not gonna be disturbed, have focus, intention, and get into action, and make those calls, make those connections, whatever you committed to. And I look forward to tomorrow and hearing about all the successes.
Thank you, everyone. Have a really great